tried to film this thing like 3 times. I've done most of my makeup while I've had it on. I realized the volume was down on it. Didn't even get like anything I had said. So I'm like, awesome. Well, I've had to get up like 45 times for my child, like I always do, which makes it very hard to complete tasks that take a long time. That's why I'm usually up at like 4 o'clock in the morning doing content, because it's the only time that I don't have to run down the hallway 600 times to see my son. That's why I'm also broke. Yeah, it is what it is. But so liking, subscribing, and all that really helps me get closer to monetizing this channel. So anyways, and there's 3 other channels that I would love to monetize too. So I did the get ready with me thing. It didn't quite work out. Anyways, I'm tired of talking about this shit. I've done it 3 times. It's be the 3rd time now. We're gonna get this done. And I was supposed to do it last night, and I laid down with my son, and he is so perfect and sweet, and I have hardly had sleep in 4 days because my son has not been feeling well. And so when he doesn't feel well, I don't feel well. I'll tell you that. So allergies are a biatch. So anyways, the backstory with Mandy. Mandy Allen of Eufaula, Oklahoma. We're gonna put this up here forever because it's the truth. So you can't do anything about the truth. It's actually in the law. Yeah, you can't do anything about it. So have a good day, Mandy Allen. We're gonna put this here so I don't have to ever talk about it again, so I don't have to relive it in my brain over again and go through the emotions that I have to go through every time I think of what you have done to me and what my child's father has done to me, which is absolutely horrific. So you're not as horrific, you're just a petty whore. But he is absolutely a horrific, horrible person. And his family is too, by the way. Hi, Michelle Edwards. Hi, I'm sure I want to watch this too. You're a piece of shit. Anyways, so, and I'm not gonna take it down so y'all can kiss my ass. I'm trying to find my eyelash glue, which I'm having issues finding, but we'll use this crappy kind. Anyways, I had someone watching my child, and they had literally watching my child for like less than an hour, so I could run to the tag agency, and they decided to steal a bunch of my crap. So it's awesome. It's just usually what always happens, you know. It's just great. So, anyways, I started seeing Cooper Edwards, my child's father, that is abandoned him. That this girl, she's like obsessed with him, okay, and obsessed with me. And she just cheerleads him on. She thinks that he is just a man, apparently, from the gist I'm getting. But we'll never know the truth because not one of these people can say the damn truth to save their effing life, okay? I'm telling you, if they had a giant bear and they in a pit and they were hanging over this bear's going to eat them, they wouldn't tell the truth, okay? So I meet Cooper and we start seeing each other. And I'm just like in love with him. I mean, I was absolute fucking all the way in love with him, right? And I thought he was the one. I really did. And I think there's parts of us that are. So anyways, I know him for like a year and a half, and we met, and then we didn't meet each other again because I'll be honest, I was terrified of getting in a relationship and getting hurt again. And I also was just smitten with him immediately, right off the bat. Anymore, and I know that whenever Christina does that, she doesn't think with her best brain. So I didn't date him for a while. Well, we started dating, and from what he has told me, he is not dating anyone. He's not having sex with anyone. That he's played around on Tinder some, but he's ready to get a family back, and he wants to have a family for his child, like a mom-dad situation. He wants a son, all this shit, right? And I'm like, okay, and we start, getting more serious because we decided at one point, whenever we started each other, I said, I don't want you to sleep with anyone else if you are. And if so, then I'm going to have to change how I handle this situation between you and I. And we can be friends and we can fuck party a little bit, but I'm going to take my eggs out of the basket of us having a relationship. And he was like, no. He didn't want that. Because he didn't want anyone else to have me, but he wanted everyone to have him, right? And at this point, I've been celibate like I am now forever. Like a year and a half when I screwed him, okay? He worked for a year and a half very diligently to get this pussy, okay? Just so you know. Yeah, just so you know. I'm not easy, you stupid bitch. But just like you have to post on the internet that I am and talk about me, but clearly you're wrong. So, and Cooper will tell you a different story because he is like to project, but that is not the case. So, and every one of his friends have tried to fuck me, and I have told them, rightly so, a whole slew of words, and I posted on the internet for everyone to see. So, yeah. So who's shitty? Yeah, okay. You're shitty just like your friends. So, anyways, I started seeing him. He says no, he wants to do that, and he wants to just be together. All right, just me and him, and whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So we're doing this. We are together, right? And I come down there the next week because, mind you, I work a full-time job. I work 103 hours at a car lot because I ran 5 of them. I wasn't just a stripper. That was in 2007, okay? 2007. And then, yeah, I have danced a couple times, probably 25 times. And since 2007, when I paid for my degree, all the way up till now, that's how many times I've danced, okay? So that doesn't classify me as a stripper, okay? Which I'm not talking crap on him. Girl, you get your money, okay? But I am saying that I have done a lot of things like worked corporate sales for 11 years. How about that one? Number 1 in a multi-billion-dollar company, whatever, just no big deal. Anyways, and I have all the crystals to prove it, thank you. So I was seeing him, whatever. Well, I found out quickly that he cheated on me already at this point twice. So anyways, that's some of the backstory, because I know all the people that are watching this are also seeing all the shit that they're saying too. So I started seeing him, and like, I found out that he quickly cheated on me. One girl knew that he had a girlfriend. The other one, I don't know who she was, but I found the text messages and there was no name associated. So he has a pussy and don't even say your name. Okay, it's pretty sad. So anyways, I was really upset, and he was like, I'm sorry, we just got into it new and I needed to tie up these loose strings, and I was stupid. And I was like, dude, you better straighten up like real quick. Like, I'm not gonna put up with this. Clearly, I do. Or I did. I won't now, but I did then. So anyways, he just gets better at his lies, essentially, and keeps doing what he's doing. Nothing changed. Guarantee you that. I don't know how proof of that part. All of the proof, I have some of the proof that nothing changed. So anyways, we, at the time, would go to this bar called the Red Arrow that's in Grand Lake, Oklahoma. It has a little Mexican restaurant. It's pretty decent. You know, it's a cool vibe. Honestly, the bar's not a bad vibe at all. I will say that to you. And the people that patron it, for the most part, are pretty chill. And it's not like one of those bars. It's like a 5 bar. It's like a little lake. It's a lake dive bar. That's like, you walk through a really sketchy slip or row of slips to get up to, you know, they have missing boards and shit, whatever. And it's fine, whatever. So I would notice that whenever we would go, he would not go inside with me. And we went there all the time. Like, he would always like, go get me some drinks. I would like get drinks, whatever, for everyone to come down. Or he would just stand outside. And I never really, there's always kind of people around, so I didn't really ask too much. But I started noticing he wasn't even talking to anybody. He was just outside, and all his friends were inside. And if you know him, you know that is not like Cooper. He wants to be with his friends. He wants to have as many friends as he can. Even if they're pieces of shit and they do him shitty, he does not care. He has people around him, and that's what he has to have. Keep me alone. So, and he can't sleep alone either. Well, he cannot make it one damn night. Guarantee you that. So, and he will take anything. He does not care. Anything. Doesn't care. Well, no standards. I'm not talking, like, let's go ahead and put this back in here. 0 standards. None. Okay? Which doesn't make me look very good, but I also put myself in a situation, so, you know, I'm equally guilty because I stayed. And we'll get into that later. So I go to this bar, and finally I'm like, are you coming in? It's like raining one day. I'm like, you know, kind of outside. I'm like, why are you standing outside? Like, there's nobody here. I noticed there's no one outside this time. He just stands outside. He's like, okay, he comes in. He will not even, like, touch me. He won't speak to me. He's like, off, like, just like, not, this is not regular for him. And I'm like, regular behavior. I'm like, what's going on? And I noticed that the demeanor of the bartender is quite different. Mind you, this bar I've applied at, okay? And I've been like, I got up and I forgot to hit the button to record again, and just, I have so much going on always. Anyways, you know, I find out quickly that they were seeing each other for 3 months. And by the way, Mandy, because I know you watch this, he was actually seeing 2 other girls in a committed relationship. He didn't commit to you, but committed relationship other than me. So he had 3 committed girlfriends at the time. Yeah, I found the proof. Yeah, it's true. And trust me, I don't like it either. But, you know, whatever. He didn't even commit to you. You were just free drinks. Yeah, free drinks, and whenever he was lonely, I guess, whatever. Or just easily available. He'll take whatever's available, really. So I am very disappointed at this time because I see this girl. And mind you, when I met him, he had a girl with him that was not his girlfriend. I had a guy with me that I was not interested in. I slid my number. Yeah, that was probably my biggest hoe moment I've had, really. I don't act like that, okay? I don't want somebody else's man. They weren't committed, and I fell in love with them, and I spent the whole day with them, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. Bad taste. It was a bad decision, and trust me, I paid for it, okay? So, what are you doing, Bubba? You running your path? If it clears up, we're in the park. Anyways, so, I am, it's kind of outside right now. Anyways, I am seeing this, that's not real. He acts for sure like his dad sometimes. He will put on a play for me, but I am super disappointed. I look at this girl, in my opinion, I don't care what you say. It ain't all about looks, because trust me, you can tell by some of the men I've dated, it's not about looks. But this girl, her demeanor was trashy. She acted trashy. I was like, that's what you were running with, like, in front of everyone? I just thought that you were gonna have like some banging bitch that you were running out. Like, that's not what I thought. Mind you, we lived 3.5 hours away. Or 3 hours away from each other at the time. I didn't know shit about him, really. I knew what he told me. And I knew what he had shown me, but on FaceTime for over a year and stuff, but I clearly didn't know him at all. I still don't even really think I know who he is. But we are seeing each other, and I'm like, you know, so what else do I not know? Well, a lot. I didn't know there was previously any connection between those two. All I knew that she worked at the bar and he went to the bar sometimes. I didn't know that they hung out all the time. I didn't know she goes to his stepmom's house all the time. So then I start finding out, I'm like, asking, like, you need to be more honest with me to me, because clearly I'm not asking enough questions, and I'm not keeping my thumb on you or asking you whatever, because I work full time, like 103 hours a freaking week. Like, I got businesses I run. You can't sit here and be your babysitter. You should just act right, not take advantage of the situation. But you don't have a job and don't do shit, so of course you have idle hands. Anyways, So at this time, he doesn't have, he has Facebook. He's has multiple. He's probably got 20 Facebooks, honestly. He doesn't want different names, doesn't have a profile picture, puts a picture of a car. Like, I'm not dumb. They're on my Facebook. He watches everything I do. I'm not stupid. He's actually on my OnlyFans, funny enough. So I am starting to look around, and I'm starting to see that there's pictures of this girl thing at his stepmom, with his stepmom all the time, like at his house, whatever. And I'm like, this girl's around a lot more than I recognize. And then not only that, but she's got a bunch of weird pictures of him on his face. Like, she's all like creeping on him, like trying to make herself relevant in his life, which I guess she technically still was. She wasn't like relevant, but she was around, and she was wanting to be around a lot more. Like, she's still to this day obsessed with him. And you know what? She spent a lot of time with him. I'm sure she still sees him. And I don't care, okay? She's even posted memes that I've seen, because we're our friends on Facebook, so I will see the crap that she posts sometimes on my timeline. And I've seen her make direct references to him. I'm not stupid. And I'm just like, I don't even care. I don't even click on to look at the comments. I don't even care, okay? Like, he's doing the same thing he's going to be doing. She's doing the same thing she does. Fuck everybody. He fucks everyone. They get high. They fuck people. They get high. They fuck people. They manipulate people. They use people that have good hearts and some money. Okay? That's exactly what they do. And nothing's going to change. They're telling the same lies, going to the same place, the same bar, same thing. Everything all the time. I'm not dumb, okay? People like that don't change. Anyways, I'm like, okay, this is something I need to be aware of, all right? So he's at the same time, I guess reading my vibes or whatever, and telling me, yeah, she's around. And so he starts bringing me around the bar with her. And he's playing a good pool with her. I'm not that great at pool. And I'm like, whatever. And she's just being a cunt about it. She's like, trying to, her stuff, like she's got something to fucking flaunt, okay? She's doing this, and she's being disrespectful about it, because at this time, I'm trying to be cool with this girl and be friends with her. Not like friends, but be cool with her. Because at the same time, in my mind, I'm emotionally mature enough to notice she should have a problem with him, not me, okay? I did not do this to her. I didn't even know she existed, okay? But I am trying to make peace with it and be friends with her and be cool, because this community is actually very small. For as big old like it is, it's very small. Trying to be cool, okay? And be nice, because I think that this man's going to be in my life for the rest of my life, and I need to fucking know the people around him, and we need to squash our shit that I didn't create with this bitch. She created it on her own, okay? So let's do that. Let's go on that. Anyways, October comes around. I'm like, what, August, down like 2 months pregnant, 2.5 at that time. By Halloween, I was 3 months pregnant almost. And we go, and we're supposed to spend Halloween together, and we're just driving circles, like for 11 hours. He drives me in circles, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, seriously? Pick a place and stay with it. Why are you taking between Tulsa, Mid-America, and Grand? I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm car sick and sick as shit, man. My body rejected my son the entire time. It was a miserable pregnancy. And I'm with this man that is like a 3-year-old, that it just completely false promises, can't keep his word, lies same thing. Lies like crazy, starts being physically abusive to me, has removed me from my home, and now has me up at his house, where he drags me by my throat out of the house 3 days after I gave up my house that I was I could have renewed my lease, but no, we're going to be together and have family. Whatever. Move all my shit up there in a U-Haul, which is still up there in the freaking storage that I pay for, almost $200 a month, that I've been paying for 2 years now. Anyways, so we're sitting here, and I'm like, trying to be reasonable with him, and I know that he's not all there, and I know he's off his medication, because at this time I figured out he has medication that he stopped taking that's made him go crazy, which I've got blamed for, but it wasn't me, it was him not taking care of his brain, okay? So I'm like trying to figure out, I'm like, dude, you are straight up, this is what you're doing. You're hiding me. Because you're lying to people if they're saying that we're not together, but we are. And that's exactly what's going on. I put the pieces together, but I'm so sick, I can't even argue with you about it. I'm just laying here driving in circles in the seat, sick as fuck. Okay? Sick as fuck. So anyways, I continued trying to date him, and because I wanted my child to have his father. And I made a commitment that I was going to ride through it and fully forgive him for all of his bullshit when I have my child, if he could just get his shit together, grasp me to have another child, and be a father, okay? And I was fully committed to that, okay? It's clean slate. When my kid's born, let's start a family. And if that's not it, and you want somebody else, and that's who you want to commit to, as long as they're a good parent, then we'll figure out the co-parenting. I even bought all of the car seats, baby baths, clothing, all of that shit, I bought for him to have at his home. So he had 2 sets, okay? Yeah, but he's out there telling people it's not his kid, it's impossible, because they don't even know that he's seeing me at this time, in my opinion, from what I've gathered, from what his friends that are not his friends anymore, now my friends, because I realize how shitty he is, and I told the truth, are like, wow, we didn't even know that you guys were seeing each other, like, he's with Amber. Oh yeah, that's the child neglecting piece of shit that leaves her kids in such a state they have to go to the hospital so she can go do meth on the boat with him. That comes in later. She was around at this point too, and I just hadn't figured out who it was, but I knew somebody was around. I was assuming it was Mandy, honestly. He was fucking, but one sure was probably fucking her then, because I got phone calls several times trying to figure out where Cooper is because Amber couldn't find him. So, oh wow, patterns don't change. Isn't that funny? So I find out that Mandy had been at his parents' house that night for Halloween, which I wasn't welcome at his parents' house, but I made sure to make a reason why I wasn't allowed there later. But this time there was no reason other than his stepmom saying, I think she's up to something, which is really code for you're intelligent and you have caught me stealing money from the family and that you know that I'm committing fraud and I can't have you around because you're a liability to my cause, okay? Anyways, that's another subject. But I'm like really frustrated. And I'm starting to figure out that is he doesn't want to take me to any other places around there that I can go because that's going to bust his lie. And especially to the Red Arrow. But it didn't matter because she wasn't there. She was at his parents' house waiting for him to just pop up so she'd get her some dick. I'm sure that's what was happening, even though I don't have proof of that. I'm going to speculate based on the future events, okay? So let's fast forward to November. November 17th, I'm quite positive the 17th. I am sick as fuck, okay? I'm in my second trimester. I am vomiting like crazy. He doesn't believe I'm pregnant because I'm not showing because I was so sick I couldn't eat food. I lost 7 pounds in my first trimester. So I'm losing weight and he's like, what the fuck is going on in his mind? Because he's crazy, so you don't even imagine what he's thinking. And I'm like around the toilet, vomiting blood coming out of my esophagus and everything else because I can't hold down food. And I am an emotional wreck because of the way I've been treated, okay? A man is making fun of me when I cry. Ooh, you cry, little bitch. You don't cry, little bitch. That's what he would do to me when I cry, okay? Because I was pregnant with a child that he said he wanted. He said he wanted a boy, and we actually broke up with it for like 3 hours or some shit. I don't even know. It was probably like a day. I don't even think it was that much because I never left the property. So clearly, like, we were still doing what we were doing, just bickering because I wouldn't have children and he wanted a boy. Where you at, homeboy? Yeah, anyways. So I am... Where's my point? Okay, I'm throwing around the toilet. There we go. I had to think about it. And he's like, I'm like, not feeling good. And I can tell he's like stir crazy. And it's been all day. I'm just so sick. Like, I can't stop it. You know, and I was on like 3 different nausea medications, combining them and still just not. He's like, I want to go to the casino with my friends. I'm like, well, then just go. Have some fun. Like, I don't care. Just don't stay out all night. Like, you come back at like a reasonable time. He's like, yeah. So I cooked dinner, kind of, because I was throwing up the whole time. And I just crawled in bed. I just felt like shit. Well, it's not fair on like a Saturday. Or it was a weekend night, I believe. I can't remember. I'll have to look at 2021, November 17th. And he's gets ready, but what's funny about when he gets ready this time is that, so he gets dressed, and if you know this man, he is like, does not care about what he wears. And I don't care. I still love him. I'll always love him. I'm a child with him. You can't help that, okay? But he ain't never come near me. It ain't one of those things that I care about. He actually disgusts me now. His behavior is disgusting. And I'm noticing that he's getting ready, like, he's put a little, actually, like, a little, into his getting ready. And I'm like, you're gonna go meet Aaron, right? The guy that you guys, like, play in the mud on the side-by-side with and shit, like, and you're getting kind of, like, fixing your hair a little bit, like, putting some pants on, okay, all right. And I'm a little suspicious, but I'm so sick and so knowing he's doing this shit anyways at this time. But I'm trying to do what's right for my family, hoping he'll eventually get the lights turned on so my kid has a dad, okay? And he goes out and, like, whatever, and I'm just, like, raging sick, you know what I mean? I get back up, I'm off and on. I end up sleeping around the toilet pretty much the entire night. He gets back at 7 o'clock in the morning. I haven't heard any. I text my phone. I got no text messages from him, nothing. And usually it'll be like, oh, I just won, or like, you know, something. He's a casino addict. He's an addict to everything. So he gets back and he walks in with no shirt on. And I just think that's a little strange. Okay, but he doesn't ever wear clothes. He doesn't really like to wear clothes. So he comes in and I'm like, okay. Well, I'm stupid, and I was in love with him and still in the whatever phase and trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I had sex with him. Okay? He dirty dicked me. He actually had gone to the casino, and I found the messages whenever he fell asleep because I still was feeling a little suspicious of him, and I was like, I'm just going to hope that I'm wrong. But my gut says he was out there doing something he should have been doing. I get in my phone, or his phone, and he had been fucking Amber all night long. He actually did go to the casino, but with her. She was waiting at the gate for him whenever he walked out the door so they could drive in his truck, I'm assuming, to the Cherokee Creek Casino, and they could go gamble all night high on meth, and they could fuck in the truck. And she was very specific about what she wanted to do with him. How she wanted to pull the last game she plays tonight is going to be him. How she wants to pull his lever and all this shit. Okay, pause. She's engaged at this time. I'm engaged to him at this time, okay? He's also in a relationship with Amber Danker that is married and had only been married 7 weeks when she started sucking his dick. So we got all this going on, plus all the ones I don't even know about. So here we are. Let's go again. Fast forward. I'm like, you want to tell me something? You said you're at the casino with Aaron Gibson last night. I knew that wasn't true. I had an idea. And then now, who'd you go with? Cooper, you want to tell me? I lied to you, I'm sorry. And I'm at this point like, oh, you admitted it? Wow, okay, because it's become really hard to get the truth out of you lately, or anything. He's like, I went with Mandy, but we're just friends. She has a boyfriend. And I go, that's not what it looks like in this, what I saw. And I have screenshots of all this stuff, by the way, or actually I have pictures of his phone. And he's like, no, we just gambled. She's got a boyfriend. I go, that doesn't matter. You have a girlfriend. And I'm supposed to be like getting pseudo cool with her. So you want to tell me what's going on here? He tells me that nothing happened, but nothing happened. Nothing happened, Christina. And I'm like, why are you so, that's weird. That you're very, okay. And I go look at the truck. Let me look around the truck and just look around. It looks like a goddamn chupacabra with like, I don't know, that had rolled in shit, had like rolled all over the fucking truck, and her lighter's in there. And I'm like, I just driven this truck like the day before. I know what the fuck was in it, and it had been parked since then. And I'm like, oh, okay. Looks like someone was fucking in here, especially because the seats are laid back weird. Okay, wow. Because that's also, mind you, the driver's seat is where I got pregnant, okay? Yeah, it's real classy at the woodshed out there. Yeah, in Ketchup, Oklahoma, by the bridge. Across from the woodshed, there is a little place where it's one of the towers for electric is right there. The base, it says warning, high electric, da, da, da. Yeah, underneath that, yeah, we banged and we got pregnant. Yeah, right there. Yeah, August 12th. Anyways, I'm like, yeah, you fucked this girl in the truck, and then that's why you came in with no shirt on, because there's no excuse for you to take off your fucking shirt. And like, yeah, he likes to have his clothes off anyways, but like that didn't go together. And there's hair all over the place. It's nappy ass bitch's hair, not this real pretty shit. Look at this. Oh, this is my real hair. It's all my hair. Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? Thank you. I don't have tracks. Thank you for saying that though. Anyways, I'm like, this is really weird. Yeah, you fucked her. He's like, and then all of a sudden he like gets all mad. I can't believe you're accusing me of this. I'm faithful to you. You're the one fucking. That's not my kid. Yeah, it is your child because I never fucked anybody else. I was celibate when we got together. He went to a year and a half of this pussy, so I don't think that anyone else is gonna get that easy either. Okay, so he's in there, doing his shit. Stomps up, runs off, like does whatever, disappears for like I don't even know how long. He probably went to go see her so they get a plan together. Who fucking knows what he did? I have no idea. I had to go take him. I had to get Lennon his lunch. Anyways. Hold on. He has his fish on the table. So anyways, I start talking to him and I'm like, so why, it's not like we have a lack of, at this time. Like I got pregnant twice quick, and I know I'm good at it too, by the way. It's not for lack of me having skill or him being unsatisfied. It's that he is an addict. Okay. It manifests other places. So I'm sitting here upset but too mad to fight, and he comes back. I'm just like laying in bed, just sick of shit. And he has all these messages from her. And she's like, I am so cool with you guys being together. I completely approve of your relationship. I think it's great that you found someone that loves you and all this bullshit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is that supposed to like cover up with the fuck out? And obviously, all of the previous messages are just gone, wiped clean. Her name is now off of the phone number. Okay, by the way, let me mention that. But apparently it's from her. And I think it was from her, honestly. Because she didn't want her man to know what she did. But he found out. Yeah, we'll get to that later. So, I'm like, that's the biggest crock of shit. You know what I mean? I'm not buying that shit. That is not evidence that you didn't cheat on me. Again, that's not proof. That's so the worst attempt I've ever seen in my life. But clearly, that has worked for them in the past. Those type of people, and I'm sure they've done it with other people and a million times before, and they've done the same behavior and the same shit because it works. It works somewhere. And guess what? It worked for him technically because I stayed there. Because I had to, in my mind, because I wanted to give it every chance I could for my son to have his father so I could look him in the eye. And whenever I have to tell him he doesn't have a dad, he has a sperm donor, because his dad did all this shit in this chain of events, which this was a big part of it, is why he doesn't have a dad. I'll say I gave it everything I could, because I did give it everything I could. And these people think I'm fucking retarded because I said that I'm just so stupid I couldn't pick up on it. Everybody knew. No, I knew it was going on. That's not why I was there. I love the man. I was hoping to get right, but I mainly wanted my kid to have his dad. I want to give him what he deserved. He didn't ask me to brought in this world. Y'all are fucked up. Fucked up people, man. Fucked up people. Let's get further into it, okay? So, I'm like, I'm going to stay with him. He knows I'm going to stay with him. So, he lies and lies and lies about it. He knows that he does admit that he went with her and he was wrong, but I was doing it, so it was okay for him to do it. But I'm not doing it. I can't even hold down damn food. You think I'm here looking for dick? Crazy. I wasn't anyways. I was committed to him. I was in love with him. I was about to get a tattoo for him. Literally, I have it drawn up. I was supposed to get it, right that month. And I sat on it for a few days, and I'm like, I know he did. I'm not stupid. And he would get in the car and be real weird about stuff. He knew that I was looking around. My perfume bottle was thrown in the trash, by the way. That was $300. It was gone. I'll never get it again. It was limited. shut that. I'm like, I know all my things for me being in the vehicle with the father of my child and my fiance are missing. And I'm like, wow, okay. So I sit on it a few days. I'm like, what do I want to do with this information? I know, because I have pictures of it. I have 150,000 photos and videos combined, total, on all my drives and cell phone together. I have 64,000 almost on my phone. If you don't think that there's not evidence in there, you are effing crazy, okay? That is the first thing I collect, because I know the first thing people are going to say is that I'm crazy, and I'm not stupid. I know this. So, and for going to be a lawyer, which I'm going to be when I can have the time to finish the degree, for my second degree, then, yeah, I know how this works. So, I am really figuring out what I'm going to do with this. So I start snooping around our page. I'm like, I need to look at see if I can find some like proof that's just not just chilling out in the front. I need more, okay? And I also want to know who she's dating, which is really strange that she doesn't have pictures of him on her page, and there's not really any mention of him. And I'm like, oh, that's the first sign of a cheater. And there's no pictures of me on Cooper's page either, which is weird. But he was in a relationship. Yeah, he had in a relationship, but he had so many relationships, who knows? And I'm sitting there like, I better look a little further. So I start going through the comments on our photos. And I find Jerry Hill. It seems to be a very good man that really, truly loved her, just like I loved Cooper. And I totally fucked. And I can tell she's angry about it inside because she lost her relationship over this, partially. I'm not sure if totally, because they did stay together for some time. But it seems that this was probably a factor in it. A big one. So I am looking, and he's like, oh, baby, you're so beautiful. I'm like, that's the one. That's the boyfriend. Okay, this is the boyfriend. That there's no proof of him anywhere, but he's around somewhere, and I found him. And I go look at his page, and it's like a Mandy fucking advertisement, just like my page is a Cooper advertisement, because that's what good people that are not afraid to show their partner, that love their partner, do, okay? That are proud of their partner and want everyone to know about him. So I contact him, and I decide to tell him everything. Sorry, Mandy. And I tell him the tea. She snatches the phone and is like, oh, bitch, I got the fucking phone. I'm going to beat your pregnant ass, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck if you're pregnant or not. And does all this. I'm like, oh, somebody's big mad, aren't they? Big mad. Is that what's going on here? I think so. So anyways, I'm like, you're clearly saying real close to that phone. Actually, honey, you're on lock. Because you knew. Both of you knew you were caught. So you knew something was going to come from it, because you at this point know that I am going to call somebody out, okay? So I have a conversation with him and then her, and it's all like, all she's saying is, I'm going to beat your ass. And she's not even saying nothing of any fucking anything. She's got no proof that she didn't do it, but I have the proof she did do it. And that's so funny. And I provided such. So I'm like, well, here's my receipts. Where's your receipts? Where's your proof you didn't do it? And honey, if that's not true, then you can go to your phone provider and you can actually pull all of your text messages between him and you from that time period, and you can go ahead and post them, and you can prove me a liar if I'm wrong. Okay? Yeah, you can't, because I'm right. So she blocks me from his page, and then they break up, it looked like. And at that time, I was kind of looking. Now I don't give a fuck. So then this girl starts just calling me a bitch and a whore, and I'm like the worst person in the world. Okay, now we need to look at this. Really look at it. So why am I the bad person in this? Okay, I'm not awake, so I'm not. You can't paint me the bad person in this situation. I didn't do anything wrong. When you have a relationship that you're committed to, and you have an affair, okay, and hers is clearly something that's been going on for a long time, because she was so committed to being around at Cooper, relevant with Cooper, posted photos of him. Even when she had a man, she posted more photos of my man on her page than she did of her man, if that tells you anything. And I'm like, you fucking knew what the risk was. And you thought that you could eventually steal him back, I guess, or get him and maybe to one day commit to you in your wildest dreams. He would commit to, he wouldn't. He likes to date girls that are younger and dumber, and definitely not ones that are intelligent, I'll tell you that. So that wasn't going to happen. I don't know what was going on in your brain, but I also don't know what he was telling you either. I don't know what the fuck he was telling you, because I know the shit he was feeding me was a crock of shit. So everything who knows? I mean, everybody out there, for as far as I know, thinks that I'm a prostitute that has sex for $25 and $50. I've also been told that I was screwing his dad. His stepmom, to this day, still contacts me and accuses me of sleeping with my son's grandfather. Okay, if that's not screwed up, then I don't know what is. That's just a lot that's going on in their heads. Something's really fucking wrong, okay? So then, on top of that, she wants to go and be like, all over the internet, talking shit about me, posting little side shit, saying don't feed the whores drugs. Bitch, I was pregnant. What the fuck are you talking about? Y'all are the dope dealers. I'm not going to say that I'm an angel, okay? I am not going to say that by any means, okay, that I was an angel. Not that I am now either. My life has changed a lot. I've changed my circle a lot. I've changed things I do a lot. But yeah, I would party sometimes. This is a long fucking time ago. Like, when I was doing that shit, partying, going to raves and shit, yeah, I'm not going to fucking lie about it. I'm not a liar, okay? I'm not an angel. But I'm also the person that's carried multiple full-time jobs at a time. Like, you can't afford to be doing that. You can't afford to be fucked up, especially when you have a child that you raised by your fucking self. I have to be on point at all times. So if something happens, guess who has to take it to the ER, or I have to handle it? Me. Can't do that if I'm doing something, if I'm drunk or whatever. Yeah, so fuck you, okay? But she wants to post shit like that, make all these little side comments, like she's getting one in on me, like, you hurt me, bitch. Like, I haven't been called this before. Fuck you, dude. Like, really, you don't get in on me, okay? Like, it doesn't work. I wasn't hurt by anything you posted. I wasn't bothered by anything you posted. I was hurt that my child's father is the one that lied to such an extreme extent so he could justify his behavior and make me look like shit, look like the victim, that it put me in points of that I could be put in danger and that my son doesn't have a child over and that I was put out and cost me business over, which business with my fucking online marketing business that I own. Thank you. And that he got in my book of business and threw it away and did all kinds of crazy shit. Got my laptop, stole a laptop, broke a phone, stole a phone, busted windows, all of it. He did all of it. If that is what you want, honey, please. I'm not ever going to be back with him. You are free to have him. And I'm sure you get dick from him because I know you fucked him a few months ago. And I know that he was with Amber. He was living with her. And you fucked him. So, you know, it's like, you can have that. If that's the relationship in the life you want, go for it. But anyways, so I find out this girl's posting all this shit, talking shit on me. I'm the piece of shit. I want you to know that her behavior, his stepmom's behavior, Lucy Black's behavior, are all people that are the reason that my son doesn't have his father in his life. Because when you're out of sight, out of mind, as far removed as I am, Cooper don't even probably think about this much. He sees my pictures on the internet and he gets all horn dogged up and wants to fuck me. That's it. He's not a good father to his daughter. He's not coming around. And you want to stand and defend these people? And you want to cheerlead and ride on that horse into town? Is that what you want to do, Mandy? You think that you have done good behavior and that you should be rewarded for it? That you're like a... And it just blows my fucking mind that these people are being cheerleaded. Like Amber, the girl that he cheated on me with and got with. Do you know that she ran off with him? Okay, it was like the first week of May. Okay, May, anywhere between May 1st and 7th. I think it was the 3rd, but I'm not sure. She went, his blocks, but anyways, dropped her kids off at unknown spot, went to the lake. Okay, I had a couple-week-old baby. Goes, yeah, this is great. Actually, a newborn right about whenever I gave birth May 4th, which he was not there. Okay, he was doing dope, doing meth and acid with Amber for sure, maybe with Mandy too, because they're swingers apparently now and whatever. And they hang out together, and who knows in that big pile, they all fucking, I don't even know, it's gross. But I don't even know. So they are doing that. He negates to even show up to the birth of his own son. He knew it was coming. We were in heavy communication then. I actually had been still sleeping with him because I'm stupid. And at that point, I'm like, well, you know, I'm going to try. And still the I love yous, and I got a bag ready in the car to go for us to have our son, and we're going to figure this out deal. And it's all this crap, right? I just got to figure out what I would do with my stepmom. I'm trying to start this new company and like get a house so we can live together. It's just all just gum bumping. So, you know, this is all going on. And the whole time I'm getting people going on my Facebook attacking me saying that I deserve this. I deserve to not have my dad or the dad of my fucking dad of my child show up to the hospital. I'm a whore and I'm a piece of shit and I'm a skank. And I'm like, what in my behavioral patterns has shown that to you? Nothing. Nothing that I've done has shown this to you other than I have big fake titties. And that really bothers some of them apparently. And that I look the way I do, is that what bothers you? Because that's all you want to reference to. And the fact that I was a stripper from 03 to 07 and I carried a full-time job the entire time I did that, and it was occasionally, and it bought my degree. Who gives a fuck? And it was a lot different back then. It wasn't like it is now at all. I would never do that now. And like, y'all got nothing on me. The fact that, you know what I did do? Why I officially got banned when I was still kind of sweet a lot, kind of not really, but kind of allowed to go. You know what I did? I wrote on the fucking mirror and the fridge. I did do that because it was metal and you can wipe it off. In permanent marker of what he had done to me. And I said, I hope you fucking feel good at what you lost. And I opened up the doors of the fucking cabin or at the ranch. I turned on the AC, opened it as wide as I could, and I threw all this clothes in the backyard and I walked off. You want to know why? Because he fucking hit me. That's why. And he been cheating on me too. So like, I'm sorry, but all you have to do is get some alcohol. I actually got off track. I want to go back to the Amber thing. Whenever he dumped those kids, or she dumped her twins, wherever she did, I want to let you know that about 3-4 weeks later, she dropped them off at the awesome father, awesome person that she's lied on, and he did not hit her. That is a fucking lie, and I've seen all the evidence of it. That is a lie, okay? That she used to be a victim so she could do what she did to justify it. Her and Cooper are exactly the same person. They deserve each other, trust me. I hope they work it out and stay together forever, because that is each other's karma, and they're getting what they deserve. They are, and it is so sweet, and I love watching the fuck up of it. I love watching the downfall. It's great. It's wonderful. And I don't even go look for it. It's just spoon-fed me. People just call me and tell me it's great. I don't even have to do. They send me pictures, all kinds of shit. Check-ins where you guys are. Like, when they see you, they'll drop a pin and send it to me. I love it. Just like they went and got all the HIN numbers off the boats and the VIN numbers off the boats. Off the vehicles, I mean. And we're dropping tags where you were so you could get served, Cooper, because I know you'll see this too. So you could get served. Your friends that you hung out readily were doing that, because they knew what a piece of shit you were at that point. And I was telling the truth. So anyways, yeah, funny. Which he wouldn't go to court for 6 months, but I got it handled while he was in jail for hitting another woman. Not Amber, but another woman. I don't even know who it was at this point. And I'm not even going to ask. I can find out if I want it. I don't care. Anyways, she drops her kids back off, basically just leaves them, bounces out with Cooper driving the car. Those kids were shitting worms, okay? Shitting worms, okay? They also had a severe kidney infection, a bladder infection, lice, bed bugs, and a body rash. They're also extremely afraid of the dark, and they freak out if you're not in there with them. They will spaz, okay? So you have to lay there with the lights on with them until they fall asleep because they're scared. That's really weird. Oh, they're in the same clothes that they were dropped off in, too. Yeah, that's who he was running with behind my back. And I have the medical documents from the hospital, and I will use them in court if I need to. Thanks. Yeah, fuck you. Anyways, so that girl is also who Mandy thinks is they're friends, and she chose it, but she was screwing him while he's living with Amber, but I don't think Amber knows that until I told her, because I knew for a fact, and actually I have evidence of that too. Sure do. You have best friends, don't you, Amber? So anyways, I went ahead and let her know that, and then I think he got kicked out probably like the day or two after that. Anyways, yeah, like little squishies. Yeah, I had a kid. I got a little meat on me. I don't care. Anyways, but that being said, she wants to go on the internet and attack me like I'm a piece of shit. So let's go over what I have done to her, okay? Yeah, that's about it. That's what I did. Oh, I had the guy she wanted. That's what it was. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah. That's the main thing I did to her. I got the man that she was infatuated with, to this day, I believe is infatuated with, and I got pregnant by him and had his child. And she doesn't like that. Not only that, but I caused her a relationship with what appears to be a very good man, because I told him the truth of her actions and who she really was when she thought she was smooth as butter. She thought she could go to that casino and stay out till 7 o'clock in the morning fucking somebody else's man, and that it would never get caught, because never be aired out, because why? I was stupid, or I was afraid. I don't know what you thought. Or you thought you were that good. Listen, this is how karma works, okay? Karma will not allow you to go hurt other people that have the best intentions towards you, that have been good to you, for your own selfish wants and needs, and allow you to go on and live a happy life. It won't. You didn't deserve that man. From what it appears, he really loved you. It appears that he treated you great. It appears that I was, because it's true, I was madly in love with Cooper. I was the one that stood by him through everything. I chose him over everything. He was the son of I think of a bad relationship with some parents that I don't think he was given the love he deserved, and I thought that I was here to give it to him. I saw the relationship with his dad, and I saw how Michelle treats her stepkids like shit, and all of her freaking step granddaughter is like trash, and especially Cooper like trash, and it hurt my heart. Because when you marry someone, you marry them for their kids and everybody. Like, you marry that person and everything that comes with them. She don't get that. She married for money, okay? And that's why she's cheating on him, and I've caught it. And yeah, Michelle Edwards is having an affair with Scotty Edwards. On Scotty Edwards, that is. That didn't make sense, but it's definitely having an affair. She did it at the Tulsa house. Me and Cooper caught her. Doesn't matter. It's true. You can't do shit about it. So whenever you have an affair, you have to take into accountability that there is a chance you're going to get caught. And you might lose a really good person that loved you more than anything. I was madly in love with Cooper. I carried his child, man. I love Cooper. But I love him in a way that is not in a relationship or us to be together. I love him as he gave me the best thing I've ever had in my life. I have his son that looks just like him. I mean, apparently everyone wants to pass my son's photo around and lie and say that there's no relation. You're fucking retarded. My son has a deformation that 1 in 10 million people have. Guess what? Cooper has the same one. It's genetic. Yeah. And I really tried in April. I tried to get my family back together whenever he and his horse split up. And I really tried. And I gave it a valiant effort. And I was like, this is my last effort. I want and even not get back together, just give him another chance to meet his son. And he goes, and I quote, "I do not fuck dudes with dicks." That's what I was responding to and I was like, first off, I just gave birth to your child. So you telling everyone I'm a transvestite is not correct, okay? And not only that, but are you gay? I'm not knocking gay or trans, but are you gay? Because you have a massive obsession with me being a dude. Like a weird, look at my throat. There is no Adam's apple. There's no surgery that is my throat. I don't have a snake belly. I had birth to a child. I have the freaking, where I have my tube side. I have a birth record. This is my kid. You know? And yeah, it took away my womanhood. It made me feel disgusting for a long time. And I'm just now getting my confidence back, okay? Just now. Kind of. I feel disgusting. I feel ugly as shit all the time. I don't feel love. I don't feel do. I don't accept compliments because of what this man has done to me. And there was some prior work done by somebody else. And my dad, I have daddy issues. And he had attributes that remind me of my dad. Like he did things that reminded me of my dad. And that's probably why I ended up with someone like my dad. My dad is just as terrible, or was. And he passed away November 23rd. He wasn't always. He was an amazing person. And he got addicted to drugs. And then he wasn't the same anymore. Okay? And when Kimber got back on drugs, he wasn't the same anymore. And I loved him. I was madly in love with him. I can bring tears in my eyes now. And I was like, I loved him. I loved him so much. And I would have done anything for him. And he knew that. He took full advantage of it. I was good to him. I treated him amazing. And I know that. And I got a sharp tongue, but you better believe that you deserved it if I said something to you. And I called you out and I said the truth. Okay? Mandy, you're not a good person. You sit there and you smile in Amber's face, or you fuck a man. You did the same thing before. It hasn't changed. You had a fiance that loved you, and he would have given you everything. I'm guarantee you he would have, because I can tell. He posted about how beautiful you were, and you're all his, and how he loved you so much. And you lost that, and it probably sucks. You probably have a lot of cold nights. You probably have a lot of nights that you start getting men drunk and give away free liquor at the bar that you're defrauding for this weird sex drink exchange thing that I've never understood, that is very apparent to me, and probably stopped because I've called you out, because they probably noticed that you're stealing liquor. Now, it's not cool. It's illegal. I guess they have a little commission, too. And so, like, you probably buckled down y'all a little bit. Maybe reputation's harmed a little bit. Maybe, you know what else I probably did do? I probably really damaged a lot of people's reputations. But see, I didn't damage it, okay? That's not exactly what happened. I brought light to behavioral patterns that were shit. That's what I did. So the big thing that these narcissists do is they sit there and they go, oh, well, it's our business and it's you and me. You can't tell anybody what's going on between us. And you can't talk about it. You can't say anything. Like, you know, that's for us to work out. So that way they manipulate you, so they treat you like shit while they're hiding you. And you think that you're part of the team if you're go team, go us, if you don't tell anyone. That's not how this works, okay? These people, like Mandy, are so obsessed with their reputation as a good girl at the hometown bar that it's starting her really shitty lawn business and doing whatever. Like, and that's cool. Start a business, that's great. Women should have business, they should be kicking ass, and it should be independent. And I will say, from what I know of her, she is independent, but she also, I'm sure, gets assistance from a lot of fucking people. But I don't have proof of that. I don't have proof of it, but I believe. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I believe from the people that surround her and some other things, okay? That's all I gotta say. And I don't know her past. I only know up until what I met, so I don't know, okay? And I will say that I thought that she was cool at first. I did. I liked her. And that was really stupid. And I was also at a point where I hadn't fully healed, and I was still attracting the same type of people around me, okay? And I'm still not fully healed, but at least I'm not attracted to those people anymore. So, yeah, she probably has all these nights where she is fucking these disgusting, hillbilly ass, rotten dick smell motherfuckers. Or for money, or whatever she's doing. I don't know if they might pay for that shit, but they might. I don't know. Or whatever the situation is. But either way, she doesn't have that man anymore. That man that loved her and cared for her truly and took her for what he knew of her, she don't have that. But you know what? She can't be mad at me about that. She don't even mad at herself. Whenever you do shit like that, I've never in my entire life cheated on anyone. Never. I never will. I just won't be with that person. If I am not happy with whatever they are, no, funny. Just update from Great Length. It's funny. For the GRDA. Funny. Yeah, I do work with them, by the way. Yeah, I do. I really do. So anyways, you know, like, whenever you're with somebody, if you feel unfulfilled or you're not happy, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're not with who you should be with because you're not fulfilled, or maybe you're an addict and you just need to be alone, okay? And they are thinking that they're supposed to be with you and you're not letting them be with who they should be with. It's selfish as shit. You know, and like, you know, it's just selfish, dude. It's fucked up. If you want to fuck everybody, just be single. Don't go hurt people. Because now I'm sitting here with a child that has no father. I still carry a lot of trauma for relationship. It hurts. I don't trust anyone. I won't sleep with anybody. I don't want to have sex anymore. I don't want to touch anybody. I don't want to be held anymore. I just want to be myself because myself doesn't hurt. And that's what you cause. Shit like that when you're selfish. It's just fucked up. It's fucked up. And it's fucked up that this girl is so stupid that she thinks that she can go sit there and post my photo and talk shit on me and call me a whore. I am not the whore. I'm the farthest thing from a whore. What are you then? It must be real bad if I'm a whore. If I post some sexy photos on the internet to support my family and I'm totally not fucking nobody. Nobody is touching my body. Even the guy that I'm starting to talk to again. We're not touching. We're just texting. So what does that make you? If you can't even keep your pants on, metaphorically speaking, in your relationship, then what are you doing when you're single? And maybe you have a poor, unsuspecting dude that you're fucking over again. Then what are you? Pretty sad. And I guarantee you, honey, they like it when I post pictures. They can't say the same. I want you to go I'll let you borrow my outfit. And I'll let you take the stool. And you can take a photo just like I did. We'll see what the response is. Because if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, baby, okay? You want to talk shit about my appearance and you want to shame me after I'm finally getting myself back? You want to shame me for how I look? And you want to shame me because a little bit of skin bothered you when I'm showing some side boob and a little side of my butt cheek, kind of, sort of, not really, and up to my knee in skin? No stomach, no frontal cleavage. You live at Grand Lake. What do people wear at the lake? Thongs, no top, all the time. All the time. And if they can't wear it, they'll still have their ass cheeks hanging out, their cleavage out. They'll show something. So you live at Grand Lake, a lake community, where everybody's fucking naked most of the damn time. Okay? On the water in the sun. You cannot be faithful to people where you are obviously spreading your legs for people all the time. And you want to talk shit about that. Why would that bother you? I think it just bothers you that I, again, got what you wanted. And you couldn't get. And you still can't. And if he settles to be with you, it's because he's homeless. And he has nowhere else to live because his parents cut him off. That's the only reason I'll be with you. You're just a use. And you need to understand that. He used to brag about it. You want the conversations we had, Mandy? You want to know about that? Come on. I'll tell you about it. One second, I have to check on my son. So, you need to understand, Mandy Allen of Grand Lake, Oklahoma. If you want to still sleep with people and you have a session with somebody, you need to not be in a committed relationship, okay? Because you can get caught just like you did now. And if you have some type of sexual addiction, you should probably get help, okay? Not trash people. Not only that, but he don't want you. You gave him free drinks. You probably gave him free drugs. You were convenient. You were always there. He didn't have to drive to you. He didn't have to go find you. You were just there. And you were the understanding cool chick. I'm sure that's the role you played. And so you thought that by playing that, you could get him. By being friends with all his friends, they were like, get y'all together. No. This man has openly bragged about how he only fucked women that could serve a purpose to him. Openly told me this. Obviously, I was already pregnant with this child. He told me his entire scheme of how he got sex every single night, and sometimes by 2 or 3 at the most women a day, and that he was very good at it, and he had perfected it. When you're an addict, you get addicted to things, and you do them to the best extent that you possibly can, and he did. It was a science to him. Not only that, but he would never be with you because of your appearance. And you don't have enough money. He would never dedicate to you. The only reason he dedicated to Amber is because it hurt me. That's the only reason. It hurt me, and she was cuter than you. And she played the victim role of a domestic assault victim. And that is exactly what he wanted, okay? So the difference is, though, is I'm a real victim, and she, not that this is a good thing, okay? This is not good. She made it up. Completely. And guess what? She didn't have a job that she had to dedicate time to. So she was readily available for him to have with him because he can't be alone. And he could do whatever he wanted to her because she's too stupid to pick up on it. And guess what? She's been through some things I had in her words, but not in her actual reality. And she gets that welfare check while she's also using people at Grand Lake to get money. And she has some money at Pool. She had spare money. What do you think this is? Like, it's very easy when you break it down. Okay? And I guarantee you he's probably played her and you against each other at least once. But she probably hasn't told you. But he has, because I know how he works. You know, you're just a really sick person. You make me fucking disgusted. Everything about you. You're fucking disgusting. I hope you know that. And also, the fact that you want to cheerlead these pieces of shit people, like, you cheerlead them. You still hang out with them. It says a lot about you. It says a lot about you. You support and you act in infidelity. You support child abandonment, theft. You support women that are pregnant being beat and not pregnant. You support fallacies on good parents, good people. Okay, let me say this. I do not get child support. I've never got a check. He actually stole money from me. I do not get daycare. I don't get any type of assistance at all. I got nothing. I do everything on my own. So you want to talk shit on me. Why take care of my child? By myself. Weird. Well, I told the truth. It just seems like you're just an insecure, miserable, nasty person that doesn't want to see a beautiful girl start to do good and get her shine and get stability back and get happiness back. Maybe one day find love. You don't want to see that. No. You don't want to see the truth come out about your character. You don't want to see anybody find out what you really did. And it just blows my mind that you went and talked all that shit after knowing what you did. It's got to be the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, you're stupid. It's like walking into a gas station, dumping gasoline on the ground, and throwing a match into it, thinking it just won't burn this time. I am not the person that will keep shit like this quiet, okay? Now, if we're homies, it's a different situation. I might be on it, like, I'm not no snitch, okay? But in this situation, I'm sorry. Be mad at yourself. Cry to yourself. Post pictures of your damn self and talk shit on your page. You're the one that created this. You're the one that lost your man. Your actions lost your man. And you're so emotionally immature that you can't accept responsibility for it. You can't be honest about it. You just gotta go sit there and run your fucking mouth all the time thinking that you're doing some kind of disservice for me when all you're doing is giving me free publicity. And not only that, but I needed to get on OnlyFans. Look, I'm actually just posting a bunch of shit. And I got more coming tonight. But I needed to get on YouTube and talk about it anyways, and talk about some different stuff, because it's not going to come into light later anyways, in the whole story. So, you did nothing but a favor for me. You really showed me exactly how disgusting he was when I drove 3 hours to see him, and I hadn't seen him in a week. He still went out cheating on me while I was there in his home. It just shows me, man, y'all are just disgusting, and you knew I was there. You knew. And your man thought you were probably at home, and you weren't. You were jumping up and down on my man's dick, or his lever, whatever you want, or his game, whatever you like to call it, Mandy. Fuck you. So, I'm going to go ahead and I had to finish my makeup, and my phone just died, so I'm going to go ahead and say this, and I want you to know this, Mandy Allen. Okay, so I don't even know where I was the last one, but I'm going to say this, okay? If I ever, okay, let me let you know this, okay? I need you to look at me, Mandy Allen and Associates. If you ever, and I find out about it, okay? I have to find out that this is part of it. If you ever pass my son's photos around the bar again, okay? If you ever feel so cool and entitled to say my fucking son's name, okay, and talk shit on him again, my son that didn't ask to be born, my son that you have had a direct part in him not having a father, and other people around, if I ever fucking hear that you say his name again, and you disrespect my son, and you say anything other than he is cute as fucking perfect, I will drive up there. In my busy ass schedule, I'm so busy, and I will make sure that you not only have emotional, but physical reminders of the day that you did so, okay? And you will never do it again. So I'm gonna let you know this is a threat. It is absolutely a threat, okay? You better keep my fucking son's name out of your fucking mouth, okay? You keep the dicks in there, because you're gonna keep doing that, because baby, you're so good at it. You keep shining. But you do not speak about my son anymore. I know that you guys think you're cute with your little fucking petty ass shit you do, you little dick draggers, okay? But listen, if you think that you have saw me go psycho by texting and hollering a little bit and posting, you will understand that the term was literally coined after me, after you do it again, okay? I need you to know that. My son, that I care for by myself with no benefits and no help, is not your entertainment. He is not something that you get to talk about, throw his name around, okay? And I shouldn't be the one telling you this. Cooper should be telling you this. But he's not, because he doesn't have a spine, okay? So you keep your little freaking ratchet, raccoon ass, chupacabra hair having, dick sucking ass in line when it comes to my son, okay? Because I'm fucking mentally unhinged if you push me. And I absolutely mean it. I've been through some shit that you couldn't even imagine your wildest dream. I don't lie about it like Amber does. I've really been through it. And I'm here to tell you, I ain't the one. So fuck you. Kindly. Sorry, I had to change to take my kid to the park. It's starting to get nice out. And take him to do something fun. I don't know. Anyways, I want to add this. Remember, Mandy, when you were talking all that shit saying I made it up and he didn't hit me and I was a fucking liar? And his dad was paying off the Birdie's police department, so they never posted anything. Or would never send it to the DA, which they're going to be held accountable for. When he had beat me several times, pregnant and not pregnant, you know. Yeah. Did you ever, I think I mentioned this well, did you ever see where he got arrested in Rogers County for domestic assault with somebody else? Did I lie? People, they follow patterns. And this is a behavioral pattern of his. He's not going to change. If you ever could see any of his record from 2015, which much of it's been brought down, you can't see it now, you would recognize that this is a 2015 pattern. He's never going to change. He openly admitted to me that he's never been faithful to a woman. Not only that, he wasn't even faithful to Susan, the love of his life that he's obsessed with, that he had his first child with, okay? That's why he lost her. And so, if he wasn't faithful to her, do you think he'd ever give a shit about you, be faithful to you or me? He doesn't even love himself. He doesn't love himself. He doesn't care of himself. He doesn't love anybody. He's a very sick, sad, miserable person. And it's very sad that I thought that I could be the shining light that would bring him to reality, that he could do his own thing and he didn't have to suck his dad's dick, metaphorically, to have anything, which now he's all lost from what my understanding. I don't even know and don't care. Okay? That he was smart enough to do it and he was capable and I tried. And you know what? That got me a lot of shit and a lot of nothing and a lot of negative and a lot of heartbreak. So do you really think me being who I am versus you, okay, yeah, that we're going to go there, you really think he's going to be faithful and lock down with you and marry you or something? No. He only wants you for what the purpose was that you served. It is. You still serve a purpose to him. And if he lives in with you, honey, it ain't because he wants to. It's because he is homeless. Yeah. He don't care about you. Figure it out, okay? He never defended you. He never did shit. He knows he was in the wrong. He was ashamed of you. He was embarrassed. Sad, huh? I'm embarrassed I even know who you are. But please, post my photos anytime you want. I welcome you to. Peace out, bitch.